Gracefully is not my first business. I have had 2 before Gracefully. My first one was to sell backdrops, like photography backdrops to other creators. And I did that for about a year, but then I wasn't getting the money that I wanted. I was like, it's too slow. So I closed that. And then I joined. So you were wondering, I'm going to tell this story. I joined a partnership, already an existing business that was around the cocktails and event space. So the vibe of this business was to throw day parties, and it was centered around a bar, a cocktail bar. So the point was like to have fun in the sun while day drinking.
Oh, what a nice concept.
Yeah, and we had just come from being locked down.
Oh, it was
so we were
post-COVID.
like, yeah, it was post-COVID.
Day
We started in 2020. And the point was to just like day party, enjoy the sun. We're finally outside. So it was a really nice business, and I think we did it for about a year and a half, and then things just started getting so shaky. So then I was like, I need to get out of here before I was already getting banned. I was like, before I get banned further, let me exit. So then now, when I was in between that business and now Rusty Nail, I was like, I genuinely loved like the process of being in the bar, especially. I hated organizing events. I hated the logistics of having to look for everyone, sound, lights, setup. You know what? Videos.
Yeah.
I hated it. It gave me so much anxiety. So I was like, but I loved the cocktails and I loved the drinks, and we would work with mixologists to like create the menu, and that was the fun part. So I was like, maybe I should focus
gravitated towards
that. So I gravitated towards that. So as I wasn't thinking about opening Rusty Nail immediately, but I was like, when I was reminiscing about that business and the experiences that I had, I was like, yeah, I really loved the bar. I was like, myself, yeah, this bar is nice. And even before all these businesses, I used to say I had my quarantine and sip. So I had always loved cocktails.
You've had experiences now.
Yeah, I've always like, oh, it would be nice to. I would also romanticize the idea of owning a cocktail bar. At that time, when I was romanticizing that idea, I had thought of it like in a garden. There were these trees, and there's like a nice house that we've refurbished into a bar. That was where my thinking was at. I hadn't thought about being mobile. So then now, my now partner, who is also my business partner, was like, he's a mixologist. So he was like, we just open this thing. I mean, you have the contacts, you have the talent to create the content, and me, I have the talent to create the drinks. So we just do it. So we just did it. And we started last year in October. Actually, we should be 1 year by now. Woo!
If you're still existing after 1 year, you're trying.
Yeah.
Because businesses,
it's not easy. So we started with something similar to the other business I was doing, which was throwing parties. So he really wanted to throw a party, but me, I was like, I've been there, done that, and I am tired. I want to move on to other things. So, but because he really, really wanted to, I was like, okay, fine, you know what? Let's do it. Let's see how it goes. Maybe it will be better than what I had experienced earlier. So we started with a Halloween party. We called it Hocus Pocus. It was so fun. It was fun. But did we make money? No. And we actually made a huge loss. And it was a party that we threw on the day that there was an Oktoberfest. So everyone was there,
Yeah, at that time, it was Halloween. Last weekend.
Yeah. So we could not compete.
Did you, before building up to the event, did you start thinking, okay, maybe this may not be
we were already seeing
Dalili. You're just seeing all the people posting Oktoberfest.
Yeah. We had already started, but now we see we couldn't back down, and people had already also bought from us tickets. So we were like, you know what?
For the few
for the few who will be there, Let's do it. So then we were like, okay, let's now try it again, because now the next month, now November, maybe November will not have a lot of stuff going on that particular date. Hey, again, empty. You guys, and we were hosting at a club in Westlands. Not a big club, by the way. Actually, it was empty, you guys.
Oh yeah, wish we were friends like that then.
Guy, I went to the car. I went to the car to cry.
Because that was my birthday weekend.
You guys, I think like, and then of course, like the first one was a lot better than the second one.
Yeah.
The first one I was like telling my friends, you guys, we're trying to pick this thing up. Please come. So they came to support. But they come to support the first one. The second one, don't come. They don't come, and it's not
a must. Yeah.
I actually don't even fault them. I don't feel bad at all. But they didn't come.
I think you feel worse because now it's empty, including not your friends being there.
Yeah, if it was just me and my friends, then we would have had a kapati, a kabash. That space we were renting it for 80K.
And you needed to learn that lesson in the beginning.
No, but you also told him this event thing.
I had said it. I had said this thing. Leave it alone.
Let's not try focus on two things. Because I think with business, sometimes you have to be very particular in what you're selling. And Cinta said, she's actually not in the mood of doing gifts and stuff. It's flowers.
Yeah.
So you see, now even you guys, because you don't have to think of you're going to parties that have already been planned.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I said, me, after that second one, I said, never. If you want to throw a party, please just throw it on your own and don't involve me. Because I had said it. I was like, this thing is not gonna work. I don't know how people start these events companies.
By making losses till they make it big.
But how many losses?
But I think the problem is now it's saturated.
For every 5 losses.
So now today it's Tukutane, tomorrow we have the brands now. It's like every other day there's a new event organizer that is trying to do something. So it's a bit difficult to penetrate. But I think once you finally get in, just like any other business, you're in.
And I think for them it's also
made a lot of losses to events.
I think apart from even, let's say, Gondwana, which we have an event every month. This is our niche. This is what we play. We are consistent.
It's the lack of
rest will have
niche.
like one event in a year, or like 2 max, so... Yeah.
So I think if you're gonna do an event, my recommendation is to do something like Gondwana monthly. There's
a
theme,
niche,
there's a
structure,
there's a structure. It's not that saturated. We always have to have an international artist, which you can have, but it's more of, can we have a niche so that you're known for this niche and you're doing it on a regular bi-monthly or something. But it's easier said than done. I think events is very difficult to make profit margins, especially if people don't come in and they can't really make it through ticket sales alone.
Yeah.
So can you partner with an event space for free and we have this particular location locked in for these events at this particular time?
Yeah.
But you also just need to have that passion for it. Otherwise,
you said you're looking for someone for lighting, you're looking for someone for food,
security. Think about those things. The lights, when they go, what will happen? Does the venue have a generator? Like those small things. Those are things I didn't like thinking about. Like let someone else worry about it. So now for us, you were saying, now when we were starting out, we were like, okay, us, we make nice cocktails. So even if it's to give, because I feel like Gondwana give people something to look forward to. They know exactly what they're going to get. Exactly.
Yeah.
So we were like,
it's going
what
to be the
people are going to
cocktails.
look forward to are the drinks. So we were gonna like curate, each event has a new menu and a new feel. But you guys, events are not easy. And then now there's also the thing of convincing a sponsor to work with you.
That I think is the most
You're
challenging.
a new brand. You yourself, you're young. You barely know what the hell you're doing. Even when you're pitching, you're probably even pitching the wrong things.
Yeah.
So they're just like,
are you sure about that?
maybe we're just gonna give you bottles, but no money. So that's how they do. They're like, if they're not sure about you, they give you stock. Anyway, so I said, you know what? I'm done with this stuff. Please, if I'm never ever going to throw another party unless it's my birthday or my wedding.
The rest, forget about it.
Forget. So